Have you ever struggled to create a complex melee combat system like those found in games such as The Witcher 3, Assassin's Creed, God of War, or Dark Souls? Have you faced challenges implementing different attacks based on equipped weapons, performing combo attacks, consuming character stamina when attacking, using adrenaline to launch special attacks, making characters immune to damage during special moves, or calculating damage based on various attributes of the attacker and defender? If so, you're in the right place. In this tutorial series, we will cover all these topics and implement a robust melee combat system by utilizing the gameplay ability system. Due to the complexity of this subject, we'll break it down into multiple episodes to ensure thorough coverage. In this episode, we will focus on creating a basic melee attack ability. We'll start by importing animations from Mixamo and retargeting them to the Unreal Engine 5 mannequin. Next, we'll set up the attack ability using the gameplay ability system. We will also create basic sword and shield weapon actors and attach them to the character. Additionally, we'll cover stamina consumption during attacks and stamina regeneration when not attacking. We have a lot to cover, so let's dive right in. First, go to Mixamo webpage to download animations. If you don't have an account, sign up, it's free. Go to Animations and search for Sword Animations. Download this Pro Sword and Shield Animations pack. Make sure to have this options before you click on download. After package is downloaded, unzip it on some location on your PC. Now you have great free animations you can find. However, these animations lack one important thing when it comes to use them in Unreal Engine, that is lacking of the root bone. Because of that, using Mixamo animations with enabled root motion will cause strange behavior. Luckily, someone already solved this issue. There's open source Mixamo converter plugin for Blender. You can find link in description. Open it and download this project as zip file. Now go to Blender. You can delete this default scene. Go to Edit menu, Preferences, Add-ons. Click on the Install button and select the zip file you have downloaded before. Now you can search for Mixamo and enable it. If everything is fine, new tab should appear when you expand menu from the right-hand side. For the input path, select the folder in which you extracted Mixamo animation. For the output folder, you select some empty folder. I will create new one. Then disable this option for transfer rotation. This means that rotation of the hip bone will not be transferred to root bone. Click on Batch Convert. Conversion will take minute or two, be patient since there is no progress bar. But after conversion is done, Batch Convert button will become gray. Now we have Mixamo animations with root bone. It's time to import them into Unreal Engine. Go to Control Rig, Characters, Mannequins, Animations. Create new folder. Name it Sword and Shield. Open it and create new folder, called Mesh. First we need to import Mixamo skeletal mesh. Open the folder in which you exported animations from Blender and search for X.bot file. Make sure to reset import options to default. Then, under the advanced options, select Use T0 as ref pose. And click on Impotence All button. After the import is finished you should have materials and skeleton assets. Go back to Sword and Shield folder to import animations. Open the folder with animations and select all the animations. Make sure to not select X.bot file now. In the import options, select X.bot skeleton for skeleton options. Make sure to uncheck Import Mesh option, since we imported mesh before. Click on Impotence All. After the import is completed we need to retarget this animations to default Unreal Engine 5 skeleton. Luckily, in Unreal Engine 5.4 retargeting is made much easier. You just need to select Target Skeletal Mesh, and Unreal Engine will create retarget assets. Then select animations you want to retarget, all animations IR case, and click on Export. I'm going to place them in the same folder where original animations are, but I'll prefix them with mm_. Now we have all the Mixamo animations retarget to Unreal Engine 5 mannequin. Let's add some weapons now. Open Unreal Engine Marketplace and search for free fantasy weapons pack. Add it to our project. When it is done, you should see new content folder called Weapon Pack. We have imported everything we need. Let's use this to create melee attack ability. First, go to Sword and Shield Animations, search for Attack Animations. Select all UE5 mannequin animations, right-click and select Asset Actions, edit selection in Property Matrix. Select all the animations and enable root motion. Save and close. Now create new animation montage from Sword and Shield 2 animation sequence. Name it Sword and Shield attack. Go to Abilities folder and create new folder, name it Melee. Open it and create new blueprint of type Gameplay Ability Montage. Name it GA_Sword and Shield_Attack. Open it. Add Commit Ability node on Event Activate Ability. Go to Class Defaults and for Animation Montage select the montage we created before. Now we need to grant this ability to our RPG character and we need to create method for activating this ability. Go to Visual Studio, find RPG Character Header. Go to Protected section. Here we need to add two properties. First, under the category RPG Abilities, Melee, add property Melee Ability that we can use from blueprints to set Melee ability to RPG character. Second, add property that will hold gameplay ability spec handle we will use for activating Melee ability, name it Melee Ability Spec Handle. Then add function for setting Melee ability. Check if ability system component is valid. If yes, use it to give the Melee ability to the RPG character and store return value into Melee Ability Spec Handle property. Then go back to header file to create function for activating Melee ability. Go to Public section and define blueprint callable function with return type Boolean. Name it, activate melee ability. Add one optional parameter called allow remote activation. First check if the ability system component and melee ability spec handle are valid. If yes, try activate melee ability using melee ability spec handle property. One more thing we need is to call set melee ability function inside possessed by method. Get back to Unreal Editor and compile code. Now open Player Blueprint and search for melee ability. Select GA, Sword and Shield Attack. Now we need to create new input action we can use to activate melee ability. Go to Inputs folder, then Actions, and create new input action called IA_attack. Open default mapping context, add attack input action and assign left mouse button to it. Go back to Player Event Graph. Search for an empty space and activate melee ability on attack input action started. Compile and play. Now you can see that our character performs attack animation. Let's add sword and shield to player character to have complete feeling of melee attack. Go to Weapon Pack folder, open Blueprints folder and create new actor, name it, BP_sword. Open it. Add static mesh component. Select sword static mesh. Make sure to disable collision on it. Do the same for shield. We will use skeleton sockets to attach this weapons. Open SK, Mannequin Skeleton. Search for bones with name hand. Create one socket under the left hand and right hand bones. You can leave default names. For right hand socket, add sword as a preview asset. Add shield for left hand socket preview. This preview assets will help you set right positions for sword and shield. Now go back to Player Blueprint. Create new function, name it, Equip Weapons. Spawn the actor of class BP sword, with default transform. Attach it to the right hand socket we created. Repeat this for shield. This time use left hand socket to attach shield to it. Now go to Event Begin Play and call Equip Weapons function. Compile and play. Now our player has sword and shield equipped and attack animation is performed correctly with this weapons. The common behavior for an RPG character is that it should spend stamina when performing attacks. Also, when character runs out of stamina, it should not be able to attack. Here ability system will help us a lot. Go to Melee Ability folder, create new gameplay effect, name it GE_Sword and Shield Attack. Leave duration policy to instant. Add one modifier. For the attribute, select stamina. For the modifier magnitude, enter -20. Compile it. Go back to Sword and Shield attack ability, and select Previous Effect for Cost Effect class. Compile it and play. Now you can see that stamina is reduced when attacking. And when you run out of stamina, you are unable to perform attacks. One more common thing in RPG combat mechanic is that stamina should be regenerated when character is not attacking. Again, gameplay ability system will save us writing additional code to support this. Go to the abilities folder and create new gameplay effect, name it GE_auto stamina regeneration. Open it. Change duration policy to infinite. For period, enter 1 second. Add new modifier. Select stamina for attribute. For modifier magnitude, enter 10. This settings will ensure that stamina is regenerated by 10 units each second. Now we should grant this effect to our RPG character. Go back to Visual Studio. In the RPG character class, find Apply Default Attribute Effects function. We will refactor it to accept an array of gameplay effects instead of just one effect. Go to Header File and find Default Attribute Effects property. Change it to be of type array. Now go back to Apply Default Attribute Effects function. Now we need to iterate trough array of default gameplay effects and apply each of them. save it. Now go to RPG Character Base Blueprint, search for default attribute effects. Add 2 elements to it. First add character attributes effect, then auto stamina regeneration effect. Compile it and play. Now you can see that stamina is increased by 10 each second, just like we set an auto stamina regeneration gameplay effect. You can notice that stamina is regenerated even if it is full, but actual stamina value will never exceed max stamina value thanks to our implementation in RPG attribute set. When you attack, stamina will be reduced, and then regenerated. But there is one problem here: stamina is regenerating during the attack too. Let's fix this. You can guess how. We will utilize gameplay ability system again. Go to auto stamina regeneration effect. Under the stamina modifier, expand source tags and create new tag. Name it combat.melee.attack. For must not have tags, select top level combat tag. This will ensure that this effect will not be executed if character has at least one tag that starts with combat on it. Now go to sword and shield attack ability and select melee attack tag we created for ability tag and activation own tag. Compile and play. And it is not working again. This is because we need to place combat tag to must not have tags on target, not on source. Now when we play, it will work as expected. But again, it is not. It is working until first attack, after that it stops applying stamina regeneration effect. This is because attack ability is never ending. We can see this in ability system debug HUD. To open it, press apostrophe, then press key 3. After some research, I find out that pre-made gameplay ability with montage is not implemented correctly. It will never call end ability function after animation montage is completed or interrupted. So to fix this, we will create our own gameplay ability with montage base class. Open the abilities folder and create new gameplay ability, name it GA_ with montage. Open it. On the Activate Ability event, add Commit Ability node. Then check if it returns true. Get actor info, split its result. Drag a connection from skeletal mesh component and select play montage node. Connect it to true pin of previous node. Promote montage to play and starting section to new variables. And the most important thing, call endability on play montage complete, blend out and interrupted pins. Compile it. Go back to Sword and Shield attack ability, change its parent to GA with montage. For montage to play, select our attack animation montage. Delete commit ability node. Call parent function instead. Do this for end ability event too. Compile it and play. Now stamina consumption and regeneration works as expected. We can also make this stamina regeneration more smooth. Go to Auto Stamina Regeneration Effect. Lower the period to 0.1. Also, lower the modifier magnitude to 1. Now stamina will be increased by 1 each 0.1 seconds. And this will look more smoothly on progress bar. You can play with these numbers to find what is best for you. Next thing I would like to fix is that we do not call stamina increase handler on RPG character when stamina is already full. To do this, go to RPG attribute set class. Find method post gameplay effect execute. Go to block that is responsible for stamina change. Here we will define new Boolean variable, stamina overflow. We will set this variable to true only when stamina before clamp is greater than max stamina, and when last stamina change is applied on already full stamina. Otherwise it will be false. Then, we should call handle stamina method if RPG character is valid and stamina is not overflowed. Save and compile. Now when stamina is full, stamina regeneration will not call on stamina change method. There are more ways to fix it, but for simplicity I selected this one. For some more complex stamina cost calculations we can create special calculation class. But this will be subject for some future tutorials. One more thing I have noticed is that our player can launch new attack even previous one is not finished. Let's fix this. Again we will call gameplay ability system for help. Go to sword and shield attack ability, for block abilities with tag select top level tag, combat. This will ensure that no abilities with tag that start with combat we can activate during this ability execution. Now test this and you will see that everything works as expected. Stamina is consumed when attacking, you cannot launch new attack before previous is finished. Stamina is regenerated when character is not attacking, when character runs out of stamina it cannot attack. And all of this features we implemented by utilizing gameplay ability system, without need for writing complex code or blueprints. This is why it's important to have knowledge about gameplay ability system if you are going to create RPG game. It will save your time. That's it for today. Next time, we'll dive into combo attacks. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.